Pitch points. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Pitch Points collaboration, of course, with my brother, my friend, my Aburo, Patrick at True City Fan. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How you doing yourself?
I'm feeling better. I was sick this weekend, stomach issues. I wasn't quite sure what was going on with me. It's like cramps with some bloating, just kind of weird stuff. And then I had 3 games to coach and the sideline, and I'm trying to manage that and encourage. Yeah, the things that we go through as fans and as coaches, man, it's incredible. But thank you for joining the show. Today, we're going to talk about match day 1 of our competition, our cup, our Champions League. Treble winners start again in the UCL. And the reason why we're not on camera is because we're going to share our screen. We're going to walk through very quickly a quick show on match day 1, what we expect to happen and what the interesting games are going to be. I do know that tomorrow, I believe Patrick has a lineup show, correct, Patrick? You do have one?
Yeah, the lineup show is before the game.
Okay, so Patrick has a lineup show that he's going to have before the game, specific to City itself. This is more about just the general match day 1 games of the UEFA Champions League. If you're out there, join us. Subscribe to True City Fans, subscribe to Pitch Point. Let us know your thoughts. We don't do this because we're making money. We do this because we love the game. We love talking about football. We love our club. And we want to be honest and brutal about our opinions, either which way. We came to Twitter and YouTube with 0 subscribers. And if we have 0 subscribers at the end, it doesn't matter either way. We just do this because we love it. But having said that, if you like what you hear, subscribe, like the channel. It all helps the numbers. And it also encourages us to give you more content as we speak. So, good. Let's talk. Let's go straight in. And let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen so we talk about the fixtures that we have coming up for match day 1 of the UEFA Champions League. And Patrick, I really, really love this competition, Patrick. I just do. I've always loved it as a young boy, growing up in Nigeria. I fell in love with this competition. In fact, I fell in love with this competition before I fell in love with the Premier League. I fell in love with this competition before I even started supporting City. I just fell in love with the Champions League. The great Ajax teams, the great Barcelona teams, the great AC Milan teams. We have players like Stoichkov and players like Paolo Maldini. You think about those players and you just have a romantic feel. You hear about Romario, in 1994, what he did in the UCL, in the Barcelona lost it to AC Milan, the way he played. You think about those players and by God, it's just a wonderful competition. What's your experience with it?
It's a prestige competition. It's always extra. It's like something unique. And I was watching the documentary that City were doing, how they suffered in the UCL, how they really wanted to play in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Obviously, at that time I was a City supporter, and I remember I went through those struggles, going to Roma and beating them. I remember Salah. That's when I first saw Salah. I said I admire this player, whoever he
Mm,
is. Gave so much trouble to us, but Man City also literally had bad luck. If you think about it,
Dale.
our team did not have very good structure under Mancini. We didn't really control games that well.
Yeah.
But anyway, we learned through that. But you talk about players like Ronaldinho, watching Ronaldinho make
Yeah.
fun, make a fool out of defenders.
Yeah.
Prime Messi when he was younger.
Oh, yeah.
The people like Maldini, Seedorf. Like those are the players that,
Aaron Seedorf,
uh,
yeah,
yeah, Buffon when he was younger,
yeah.
like these were the UCL people.
I remember,
These were loyalty.
yeah, I remember Michael Reitziger of Ajax. I mean, he made me love defending. We talk about a ball playing center back or ball playing right back, right back, he played right back. I mean, he was just magnificent on the ball. Would go up and down, would tuck into the midfield. To play a back three, a back four, flexible player. George Finidi of Ajax, Mark Overmars, this guy, this young boy, some plays for what club is it now? He scored, he did well the other day. What's his name? The number 9 for Ajax that
But
time.
are you talking about, is it George Ware?
Not George Weah, right? No, it's Clivert, Patrick Clivert. Think about him. Players like that. George Weah playing, just incredible. Just incredible competition. But right now we're the champions. We're the champions of Europe. We won the cup, and we're going to defend the cup again, inshallah, by God's grace, this season. And let's start with tomorrow. We have 4 games tomorrow, I believe. There's Milan, Newcastle, Young Boys, Leipzig, Feyenoord, Celtic, Lazio, Atleti, Paris, Dortmund, City, and Red Star, Barcelona, Antwerp, Shakhtar, Porto. Like I think 8 games tomorrow, I believe, or more. Um, Talk real quick. What's the most interesting one in this one, Patrick? What game is the most interesting? There are 2 standout games I think are interesting. One is the Paris Dortmund is going to be very interesting, right? At 8 o'clock, my 3 o'clock. And I think the Milan Newcastle is going to be fantastic. Thank God that one is earlier in the day, at 12:45, so we get to enjoy that game, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, the Milan Newcastle. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I also want to see how young boys fare against RB Leipzig. Atletico Madrid and Lazio, I'm not very interested. Celtic
Yeah.
and Feyenoord, not very interested.
Mm.
To be honest with you, the biggest interest for me is actually Bayern versus
United.
Man
That's
United, which is Wednesday.
that's
Yeah, well,
Wednesday. We'll get to that.
that's the one that has my eye. Apart from that, I'm just interested to see Palace versus Dortmund. I want to see how Palace is going to do without Neymar, Messi,
Yeah.
without the big stars they had. I want to see how the new manager will do with the kids he has right now.
Yeah.
Draxler just signed for Saudi again, so Draxler is gone.
Oh, Draxler is
But I'm
gone.
interested. Yeah, I'm interested to see what lineup Pep puts out. Look here, look here. Uh,
Absolutely.
I'd like to see the lineup he goes with. Well, I think any lineup, even if it includes any bench warmer, we have to be beating these guys at home.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. We have a few people who joined us right now. We have Blue who says, "Sup guys, sup Blue. Hope you're well, brother." We have Big Morgan who always is there. Big Morgan, Common City. We need to do a reward show where we give the most active YouTube subscriber a gift of some sort. Either it's a match, a shirt, pair of boots, whatever they want. We'll do a draw or something around that coming up soon on this channel. Collaboration again with True City Fan. Who knows? Maybe even to get a game, maybe even a ticket to the Saudi Club World Cup. Who knows? But keep subscribing, keep liking, keep following us. Where you hear the truth and nothing but the truth from both Patrick and I. We don't care. We do care for the club, but we don't care about opinions. We say it as it is, and I think it's always interesting. Uh, Milan Newcastle. I, I think Newcastle wins this game. I do.
Is Milan that bad these days?
I just feel like they're kind of flaky, man. I mean, like Leao's good, Kulisic is okay, but I,
I see Origi left is now at Nottingham Forest. Surprised, I didn't know that at all.
Origi's at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, he's just come on.
Ah, interesting. Forest are not
I
a bad
never
side.
knew that. How did that happen? I didn't know that.
Hmm,
Yeah, he's at Nottingham Forest.
interesting. They're trying to build something right there. Yeah, I think Newcastle carries this game. I think they'll get a result. I think so.
Newcastle hasn't been great though. They're going away to Milan, and it's not an easy stadium, and they haven't been great this season. They have actually underperformed.
Yeah, I don't think Milan. I mean, I think Leao is probably the only threat. Apart from that, I don't really see. I don't see. I mean, Giroud how's it going to run against? I don't see it, man. I think Leao is probably the only threat that they have. I think they get beat. I mean, they lost 5-1 to Inter Milan a few days ago. 5-1 at home. So we'll see what happens. But you think Milan's going to get it?
I don't know. It's just Newcastle has also disappointed me. They haven't started the season well. For them to be 11 players on the pitch with the hype they have, with the
Yeah,
money they've invested against Liverpool and still lose. That
yeah,
was very disappointing
yeah.
and embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. That was all on the manager. Very poor, some poor selections, some poor things that he did. So we'll see what happens.
I remember we had a conversation that is he going to be the Mark Hugh for Newcastle, because if he continues, especially Newcastle, I'm pretty sure that desire is to stay in Europe and to be playing Champions League football. If he disappoints in the Champions League, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear that they're trying to find a more better manager, you know.
Of course.
Because let's not forget I was watching the release calls for managers. There's one in Pochettino's, I think so. But there's one in Desailly's. So let's talk about this. What if he doesn't perform? What's to say Newcastle don't go and pay the release calls for Desailly?
Or they go for that guy
Desailly,
from, or they go for that guy from Germany. What's his name? Hansi Flick.
yeah,
Oh, Vinny just
that's
scored. Thank God. I want him to win. I really want
who.
him to win. He barely just scored.
Thank God. I really want him to win this
Me
game.
too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
He just
but
scored.
that's the thing. So look, all eyes on him. Let's see how he manages tomorrow. Let's see if he gets his tactics right. But if he loses tomorrow with an AC Milan, you say that's not playing so well. I think he should start asking himself questions. You know, because that's the thing. People should realize when there's no pressure, like there's no pressure on him last season. He was performing so well, and
Mm,
things were working out for him. But now look at him. He's got pressure.
mm,
um, he has to perform like a big manager now. He's with the
absolutely.
big boys. So anyway, I think for me, I think this will be a draw.
Absolutely. I mean, Adam, what do you think? Welcome to the show, man. What do you think?
How are you guys? Which game? Which game were you guys talking about being a draw?
We're talking about Newcastle Milan.
Yeah, I think that could be a draw, but I know I'm gonna go different from you guys. I think Newcastle could win it.
Yeah, yeah. I think. I mean, that's what I was thinking myself that Newcastle could win it. Vieira just killed the goal. I was going to check it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think the problem Milan has is how they're going to break down the Newcastle defense. If they're on their game. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the issue. But we'll see. Let's go to the next one. Young Boys Leipzig. That's of interest to us because they're in our group, right? I think Leipzig. I mean, Leipzig could slap Young Boys tomorrow.
You know what is tough for that game? I think Leipzig could win this game, but I could somehow see it being a draw as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's irrelevant to what happens, but we just need to win
Yeah,
our
it's
games.
pretty
Yeah,
much irrelevant.
yeah.
We'll have to see tomorrow.
Yeah, we just have to win our games tomorrow, and we have to put up a good scoreline against Red Star tomorrow and try to get as many goals as possible, so that even if Leipzig win by 2 or 3 goals, we win by 4 or 5, we're top of the group in that
It's
group.
like what I always say, Carl. Yeah, I always say this way. Let's just go into the game and kill off the game first half. That way,
Mhm.
because just kill off the game first half. We kill off the game first half.
And then
Let's
rest.
just say, let's
Mm.
just say if we're 3-0 up, yeah, we can. Someone say second half, start changing the players off.
Yeah,
Take off an Alvarez, take off a Haaland. Yeah, all of these guys, rest them for the Nottingham Forest because we've got a lot of games coming up,
yeah.
and you got to somewhat wrap these players around cotton wool.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I want to say here to there. Thanks for your comments. It says cheers, Gundo Patrick. I support Arsenal, but you are top thorough within us. Thank you very much. I mean, let me be clear, Adam. Let me be clear, right? Let me just be clear, okay? See that Carabao Cup? Huh?
I'm on
Bin
the
it,
same page as you. I know what you're gonna say. Just bin it
bin it,
off.
bin it off, bin
I'm
it
the
off,
same one. I'm the same page as you. Generally speaking, the Carabao Cup,
bin
I
it
would
off.
be happy if we get kicked off. If
Let
we
me
get
let me
kicked
explain.
out,
Let me explain why you want to bin it off. Okay, because if you go through now and then you play another round, you go through. When you get to the quarterfinal stage, right? It's the day after the Club World Cup, which means that you're going to have two teams playing both Club World Cup and Carabao Cup. What are you going to do? You're going to tell De Bruyne or tell Doku that he has to play against, against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, or go play the Club World Cup where you can win, a serious trophy that we never won before. How do you manage that? That's what Liverpool had to contend with a few days ago. I'd say just bin it off, man. And I heard Pep comment about the fact that we're going to have to play a lot of the kids in the Club World Cup, and fine. And so no, in the Carabao Cup. I'm like, fine, that's okay with me. The one that we haven't won, there's no guarantee that we win it again. That's what you go for. I'm not Mr. Sentimental. I don't give twos. Just be pragmatic and know what we need to do. We need to win that Club World Cup. Period. We need that in the club. We need it. Period. We have to go for it. Here to there says Milan. Yes, Milan looked okay until they were played off the park by Inter. I don't know what happened to make. Don't know what to make of Milan right now. Yeah, I don't know what to make of them right now. I think the Newcastle's defense will be too much for them. That's my opinion. I think they'll be just too much for them. They're a tough defense. They make stupid mistakes sometimes, but they're tough defense. Blue says I think Milan will beat Newcastle. To be honest, Newcastle will be intimidated by the San Siro. That's a fact. That could happen to them. And then also Big Mo says Giroud's legs are gone now. Yeah, I mean, yeah. How's it going to run against that back four of Newcastle? It's going to be tough. But let's talk to some other games that we have interesting. Young Boys, Leipzig. I think Leipzig will win that game comfortably. Adam, Feyenoord, Celtic. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about that game. I'm probably not going to watch it. Lazio, Atletico Madrid. Likewise. This game, I'm going to tip Lazio. I like what they're doing. I don't see what is not too interesting. Paris Dortmund, Adam. Paris Dortmund.
You know what? Generally speaking, this game's going to be an interesting one that I'm going to look at. Because
how are you going to watch this game at the same time as City's game? What are you going to get? Two computers?
No, what I'm going to do is watch the City game on the TV and watch the PSG game on my phone.
Okay.
That way I can watch it both. You know this game.
Sometimes I have like three. I have like two computers on. I have the TV on and my phone on.
You know what this PSG game? For me, it's difficult to predict.
Dortmund are not good.
Both teams are missing. Both teams are missing the star. The only advantage PSG have is Mbappe still there. But
you know why I say I could see Dortmund potentially even getting a draw or even somehow winning, but I don't see nothing more than saying at best a draw for Dortmund. But other than that, I could see PSG winning.
Yeah.
But anything could happen, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean both teams. I mean, I think Paris lost this weekend to Nice, 2-1 at home. They weren't very good, mate. They were just not very good. Maybe it's because of the Champions League. Maybe they don't care about the league anymore. They're tired of it. But we'll see what happens. Dortmund are not very good at the back, and they miss chances.
But PSG have to perform this year because it was always them and City who haven't won the Champions League. Now City has won it. Now PSG is stuck again.
Yeah, they have to perform this year. Speaking about City, I won't talk too much about this game, but I think Patrick will do a lineup show. We expect the boys to win, right, Adam? Come on, huh? You're European champions, huh?
It's a no-brainer. We have to win, get the 3 points.
You get the 3 points, get many goals, rest players out. You got to go for it. I know Red Star have the heritage from the old days, but come on, huh? Let's be serious. I mean, we're serious about defeating, winning back our trophy, and then we got to win. Barcelona, Antwerp. I don't too care about this game too much. Joao Cancelo will shine because he can attack, but once he plays a big team, he'll be shaking his boots to defend. Don't care about this one too much. This game, Shakhtar Porto, is going to be interesting as well. I think that's going to be a good game. That one I can't call. The two teams that are equal. I would put Porto as the favorites for that one because they have the heritage. They have the players. They play well. They know how to counterattack well. They're tough to play against. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, Porto play anti-football, don't they?
Yeah, I agree with that. I could see Porto winning, but even Shakhtar are a good side as well in themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we go to Wednesday. The only really interesting game is just two games, really. Yeah, just two games.
The United game.
The other game is Galatasaray Copenhagen. That one, who's going to win it? Galatasaray probably wins it. Union versus Madrid. Madrid probably win that game at the Bernabeu. Union Berlin's the first time in the Champions League. They'll be scared. They'll give it a go, but they'll get beat. Sevilla Lens. Sevilla probably win that game, I think. Braga Napoli wins that game. Benfica Salzburg. Benfica Inter Real Sociedad. Inter wins that game. And then we get to the two games that are of interest to me. I think to you as well, Adam. I think to also Patrick. Bayern United. Talk about that, Patrick.
Well, all I have to say is that Bayern Munich are going to annihilate Man United. I've got no hope for Man United to do anything.
I
Yeah,
think I think United are gonna get beat with a big scoreline because I was watching the Brighton game. What happens with United, I've noticed, is when they don't have the ball, they don't press. They do half press. They're very lazy. It's only when they have the ball they are good, but without the ball, they're not gonna press at all. So looking at Sane, Coleman, and now Hurricane down the middle, I think they're gonna rip them apart.
yeah, yeah. And think about the narrative that comes out of this game if they lose. I mean, they lost to Brighton, they lose this one. It's going to be tough.
They also lost to Arsenal prior.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be three losses in a row. So yeah, it's going to be tough for this game for them. We'll see. The only way they win this game for me is if they go counter-attacking football. I mean, really counter-attacking. What I mean by that is don't even try and play possession-based football, try to build out play, all that kind of stuff. Don't even try to do that. Just play a 3-4-3-5-2, right? Or 3-4-1-2 with Rashford and somebody else wide, some Bruno in the hole, back four, the middle three, and just transition the ball forward. Let Rashford go do his thing. That's what they need to do. They can't try out football. Bayern Munich, he'll get killed. They will also get smoked. Arsenal PSV. The last time these guys played Arsenal PSV, Arsenal lost away to them, but they won at home by a narrow margin. PSV are no mugs. They're no mugs. They're a good team. So it's going to be interesting to see what Arsenal do. Yeah, at the Emirates tomorrow on Wednesday as well.
One of their best players moved to RB Leipzig though. Is he
Oh,
Shabby?
really? Really?
Yeah, he's at the RB Leipzig now.
That's going to be interesting. So, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Match day one is always interesting. You lose it, it sets up pressure for match day two. You win it, you get momentum going into match day two and the match day three. So we're looking forward to the start of an amazing Champions League run for our favorite club.
You know what'd be nice, Carl? If tomorrow we get 3 points, that would be a nice birthday present for me.
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
what I want.
Yeah, we got some questions. We got some comments here from our friends who are online. Big Boy says, "Join European champions with West Ham." Joint European champions with West Ham. Yeah. So I saw a video on Twitter of them singing together in the stadium. Yeah, Champions of Europe, you never sing that, which is fantastic. And let's be fair, West Ham played really well. They frustrated us pretty well. Patrick Paqueta is a baller, man. All
I
those
told
guys were
people that's why they want to do.
guy.
If Antonio didn't have a bad touch, Paqueta gets 2 assists.
Yeah, the guy's a baller, man. He's a really good player. I hope they get him in January once all this foolishness is cleared up. He's a player. He's a player. Um, Here to this, spot on Gundo. Pep realized it's tough to win big games with Cancelo and Zinchenko. Did Pep allow to go to Rome? Yeah, you're right. It is tough. I mean, Pep himself said that the secret to them winning us winning the treble and the Champions League was you have defenders who love to defend. You know, proper defenders who want to defend. None of this flaky inverted fullback who wants to kind of be a number 7 or number 11. They're not quite sure what they want to be. The DNA is not there. He gets proper defenders: Nathan Ake, Vardio, Diaz, Stones, Walker, Akanji, defenders who want to defend, who don't want to go forward like that. They just want to defend. That was the secret to keeping a clean sheet in the Champions League final and us winning against Milan. Because I can guarantee you, if we had Cancelo or Angelino or somebody else back there against Inter, we're cooked. We're cooked. They just spam crosses in and somebody just had the ball in. Lukaku had the ball in. Head to there says Ten Hag will park the bus like he did at the Emirates, trying to avoid embarrassment. He can't afford an Anfield type beating. Yeah, let's not forget Ten Hag lost 7-0 to Liverpool. Imagine that nonsense. 7-0. Could be 7-0 again tomorrow in the Champions League. Should be interesting. But
It hasn't been great, but right now there's no excuses because he's got all the players he wanted.
he has. And the Glazers have spent money. The most money.
And were people not saying the issue is De Gea and Maguire, but both those players are not on the pitch when they lose.
Exactly. In fact, there's an argument to say actually De Gea is better than this guy, Onana.
Carl, David De Gea is by far better than Onana. And that's what I found funny, how United fans were absolutely slayed through David De Gea. And that's what I said to them. I said to them, you are ungrateful piece of shit. Because some of the success you had was the reason because of David De Gea. The amount of saves he's done for you guys that kept you in situations where he saved you, and you guys are so ungrateful.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But now they know that guy is going to concede a lot of goals this season. I guarantee you, he's going to concede a lot of goals because the hair saved them from a lot of goals going in last season, a lot. So we'll see. But anyway, we don't want to take it too long. We want to do a short show on the Champions League match day 1. We'll probably do a review show maybe on a Thursday or a Friday to see how we did and how the teams did. More analysis on that. But just want to give a shout out to all those out there who joined us for the show. I want to give a shout out to Patrick. You can find him on True City Fan, on Twitter, at YouTube. And you can find Adam at Manchester Blue 19 on Twitter. Hopefully he gets back to his spaces. But just want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon. It's been a quick one, a short one, an exciting one. And we will see you on Thursday. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow on True City Fan for the match lineup reaction. Till then, take care. God bless. And up the Blues. Take care.